Hi, I'm KRISTI Yamaguchi. I'm here in Japan, Nagano, home of the 1998 Winter Olympics. Behind me is the Nagano Olympic Ice Skating Arena, known as White Ring. It's probably no surprise to find me here. Ice skating rinks make me feel right at home, and so do the Olympics. There's another place, too, where I feel right at home. It's here in Japan, in my family's native country. I'm a fourth-generation Japanese American. I was born in California, not too far from San Francisco. But my father's family is from the Japanese island of Kyushu. My mom's family comes from the main island of Japan, not far from Osaka, in the town of Wakayama. Since I was a child, I have embraced two cultures, Japanese and American. Early on, my sister, brother, and I began learning about our Japanese heritage. We always celebrated Japanese holidays, like Children's Day and New Year's. Japanese toys like this top bring back memories that spin in my head. I know this top also brings back memories of Japan for three young American friends of mine. Sarah Nilsson, her brother Eric, and Yuchan Watanabe have spent time in Japan, in Nagano, Tokyo, and Koreyama, going to school, making friends, and visiting family. They have introduced them to a Japan not often seen. It's one I know my family and you too will enjoy seeing. Join me and my friends for a kid's eye view of Japan.
When visiting Japan, you have to see Tokyo, the country's capital. It is a busy, modern city. If you're lucky, you can catch glimpses of old Japan. The Imperial Palace is one of the oldest and most historical sites in Tokyo.
The Imperial Palace grounds are a popular site in Tokyo. Japanese and foreigners flock there. Sarah, Eric, and Yuchan strolled around the grounds, hoping to catch a glimpse of the Emperor or Empress. The palace is not like the White House or Buckingham Palace. You can't see it from the street. The Emperor's guards make one thing clear: keep your distance.
On special occasions, the gate opens, allowing the Japanese people inside the grounds. Here, the Emperor and Empress wave to the public at New Year's. The Kabukiza, the famous kabuki theater, is another Tokyo landmark. We met my friend Misako's mother there. It's one of her favorite places. I had no trouble spotting Takako, my friend's mom. I hadn't seen her in 4 years. We had lived one summer in the same apartment building in Koreyama, Japan. Takako reminds me of my mom. She works and cares for a family, too. Today, unfortunately, my friend had school. Still, it was fun seeing her mom.
Kabuki dates back to the early 1600s. Women were the first performers. Later, females were replaced by men. Today, men still perform all roles, male and female.
Martin! 3!
I spent the night at Misako's so I could walk to school with her the next morning. Her mom showed me how to make my bed. A Japanese futon is nothing like what my friends call a futon in the United States. It feels like a cozy sleeping bag, and you sleep on the floor. We visited 3 schools while in Japan. Misako's school was the first.
When Sarah went to school in Koreyama several years ago, Misako attended Hozan Elementary. That's how they met. Now, Misako lives in the outskirts of Tokyo and attends a public junior high school. In junior high school, Japanese students wear school uniforms. Like elementary school students, they must wear an identification badge that gives them their name and school name. Many schools have greeters who stand outside, welcoming students by saying, "Ohayo gozaimasu," which means good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Foreign language instruction for Japanese students begins in junior high school. English is required. With Sarah visiting, Misako has the perfect opportunity to practice today's exercise. After slipping into her PE suit, Misako has gone to computer class. Students do not take computer classes until junior high school. One Japanese teacher explained that there are plenty of subjects to teach students during elementary school. Computer instruction can come later.
Misako had a full day of school and activities, so I returned to our Tokyo hotel. Yu-chan's uncle Hiroshi was there. He had a surprise for me. He plays a banjo-like instrument called a shamisen.
三味線と言います。
Shamisen?
Yes.
Yu-chan's mother had told him I enjoy music, so he came to our hotel to give me a Japanese music lesson.
縦に書いてあるんです
He
け
had
ど
arranged a duet for flute and shamisen. This was our first time to try it out. Believe me, there are lots of differences in Japanese and Western music.
My friends Sarah, Eric, and Yu-chan saw more of Tokyo than I did. I had to work. Stars on Ice, the skating tour, was booked at Yoyogi Arena for 2 performances. One afternoon, they joined me during rehearsal. Sarah stepped out on the ice with me. She's a figure skater back home. So I invited her to show me a few of her moves. Afterwards, Sarah and Yu-chan wanted to hear about skating in Japan. I wanted to hear about their experiences in Tokyo.
I told KRISTI Tokyo was fun, yet I couldn't wait to see Koreyama. We spent the summer there a few years ago. Koreyama is where we really saw Japan. KRISTI stayed in Tokyo to skate. We met up with KRISTI later. Koreyama is less than 2 hours from Tokyo by bullet train.
King Kong is popular in Koreyama. He's a signpost of sorts. Most streets in Japan do not have names, so streets receive nicknames. Consequently, this is King Kong Street. King Kong Street is filled with bargains and special attractions. This picture-taking booth is one, and is quite popular with kids.
No, see the Mickey in the middle. Yeah, Mickey in the middle. All right, now everybody get Sarah.
Near King Kong Street, Eric discovered a regional craft store. Area artisans are known for their beautiful, bold paper kites.
Look at the lining.
Today, characters like Ultraman on this kite provide plenty of fun for children in Japan.
Revisiting the elementary school we attended one summer was definitely the highlight of our time in Koreyama. Before spending the day there, we visited the principal. He and the vice principal showed Eric and me our old classrooms. Memories rushed back. At Hozan in July, we celebrated Tanabata, the Star Festival. Eric's class sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. The special ed children sang a song from The Sound of Music.
Students begin arriving at Hozan as early as 7:45 a.m. By the time the school bell rings, over 300 students, 1st through 6th graders, are in their seats.
This is where the school day once began for Sarah and me, at Hozan Elementary. 5 days a week, students pour into the room before walking into the main building. Everyone changes out of street shoes when they get to school. They put on special rubber-soled shoes.
You can always spot the 1st graders. They wear yellow caps and backpack flaps for safety reasons. It signals other students or someone in the community that this is a new student who may need extra help.
Students also come to school on Saturdays for half a day. School used to be held every Saturday. By the year 2003, Japanese children will no longer attend school on Saturday. My favorite class at Hozan was the Shosha class. The word Shosha means copying letters. The kanji letters we practiced on this day meant white cloud. By the time these students finish junior high, they will be expected to know at least 1,500 kanji letters. By the end of high school, they need to know 2,000. I'm still trying to learn the other Japanese alphabet, hiragana, which children are taught first.
Very good. 大変よくできました。Okay.
ありがとう。
Students serve lunch in Japanese schools. They serve it in the classroom. There's no cafeteria. They serve all sorts of food. Often it's soup, rice, and some kind of fish. On this day, we are having Chinese food. Every meal begins with the word itadakimasu. It's a little like saying bon appetit before a meal. Girls and boys love baseball. Baseball is very popular in Japan. Throwing a few balls, batting, or practicing a few catches. It's fun. School playgrounds in Japan look pretty much alike. A hard-packed dirt surface is on all playing fields. First graders, the school's youngest students, have recess too. Only sometimes they remain on the sidelines. Time outside is good for first graders. They have a lot of energy. Even lining up can be hard. They're so wiggly. This class activity begins after two students greet their classmates. In Japan, students clean the school every day. That goes for these first graders too. Japanese schools don't have janitors. At Hozan, several summers ago, I had enjoyed cleaning time. It gave me a chance to talk with my friends. To me, cleaning was not such a strange idea. I had gone to a Montessori school when I was younger. The Montessori school taught us to be more responsible. Cleaning the school made us appreciate our classroom, and we took more pride in it.
When Eric attended Hozan Elementary, he always eyed the sumo pavilion on the playground. On this visit to Hozan, he watched the sumo club after school. 5 boys are in Hozan Sumo Club. 4 of them are practicing this day, wearing the traditional mawashi. The boys who are 11 and 12 years old must be in 5th or 6th grade. Not every school has a sumo club. Later in the year, these boys will wrestle against boys from other schools in citywide competitions. The boys range in weight from 71 to 143 pounds. Shohei Haga, the heaviest of the boys, says he likes sumo because of its strong look.
Please come in.
Many people consider sumo Japan's national sport. It's a 2,000-year-old form of wrestling. Rituals practiced in sumo are tied to the Shinto religion. Eric's opponent was ruled out, but this match is for fun, and Eric's opponent wants to display his strength.
Push, push. Push, push, push.
Please come in.
After the sumo club met, my family and I went to my friend Yoshiaki's house.
Once inside, the boys head for Yoshiaki's room. With Yoshiaki in 5th grade now and Eric soon to be in 7th, the subject of homework interests both boys.
I asked Yoshiaki to show me his backpack. Inside it, he had the same kind of things I have, textbooks and a school journal.
School journal.
The moral education textbook was the most interesting to me. There's a story about planting trees and caring for the environment. Another story was about students who learned to cooperate in class. One story talks about being kind to the elderly. Tired of being indoors, Yoshiaki and I went bike riding in his neighborhood.
In the kitchen, Eric's mom, Lisa, asked Yoshiaki's mother about her children's schedules. For 4 years, the two women have corresponded, writing about their children's lives.
He attends at Kendo.
Kendo.
And my daughter,
She is 12,
12, yeah.
years old.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah,
Okay. Uh-huh.
she likes it.
There's been plenty of news about sports: soccer, baseball, even kendo, a martial art like fencing.
So they
Hiroko, like many women of her generation, stays at home to care for her children, husband, and household.
yeah,
How about your older son? He goes to Juku
yeah.
every day?
No, twice a week.
And Juku is, we call cram school. What do you call it? Special school.
Special school, yeah.
What does he study?
Mathematics or English.
In addition to the school day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before Eric's family leaves, Hiroko answers a few more questions about their new home and the beautiful garden in back. Eric wanted to visit the nearby Shinto shrine, where his friend Yoshiaki and his family celebrate many festivals. The large torii gate signals that this is sacred ground. The first building Eric and his family and friends walk past has large kegs of sake on a ledge. They are there for the Shinto deities who sometimes get thirsty. At the smaller shrine building, Shinto followers leave gifts for a fox, who is sometimes a messenger to the gods.
You get a peaceful feeling walking around the grounds. They say Shinto spirits, or gods, hide in the trees.
From Koreyama, we headed to Nagano, which many say looks like Switzerland, especially in winter. In Nagano, we met up with KRISTI and the Olympic mascots.
We couldn't visit Nagano without saying konnichiwa, or hello, to the '98 Olympics mascots, the Snowlets. They are so cute, you can't help but hug them.
I told Yuchan the Snowlets are modeled after owls. Suki, our favorite, greeted us inside White Ring, the ice skating arena.
After a quick visit, we set off for the Zenkoji Temple. Before Nagano became known for the 1998 Winter Olympics, the Zenkoji Temple put Nagano on the map. Over 8 million people visit the Buddhist temple each year. Straight ahead is the main hall, built in 1707.
So when you were my age, did you attend a Buddhist church?
Actually, I did. My brother, sister, and I grew up attending the Southern Alameda County Buddhist Church, and actually the smell of incense brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
It's for good health. Okay. Sarah, you want to try it? It's for good health.
I had never done this before. I just did what KRISTI had done.
Matsumoto is one of Nagano's neighboring cities. The people of Matsumoto are very proud of Matsumoto Castle, one of Japan's national treasures. It's quite a skyscraper. As your eye traces its shape, 5 stories emerge. For almost 400 years, the castle has stood peacefully in Matsumoto, never engaged in battle. Like the local school children, Sarah and Eric are sketching the castle. The castle's architecture and details offer plenty to draw.
That looks like fish scales. Can you see the big carp way at the very top?
Yeah.
The castle reminds me of samurai armor I read about and saw in a museum. There was a young boy's armor for playing make-believe and a samurai armor that looked like Darth Vader's. Samurai dramas play on Japanese television all the time. After we left the castle, we met KRISTI in Nagano for dinner.
In Nagano, one of the best places to eat is in a soba restaurant. Nagano is known for its soba, which are buckwheat noodles. Noodles like we ate are dipped in a special sauce. Our meal began with a surprise for Yu-chan. We gave her a pair of child's chopsticks, decorated with cartoon characters. Itadakimasu. We ate in traditional Japanese style, seated on the floor and with our shoes left by the door. The low table was on a tatami mat. I'm not going to be the only one slurping, am I?
No.
Okay. In Japan, it's polite to slurp your noodles.
Do you like the exhibitions better or the competitions?
I used to like the competitions. I used to love competing. But now, being professional, I like the shows and the exhibitions. Yeah, a little more freedom, creatively, different types of numbers and music.
The best part about eating with KRISTI was talking with her and sharing stories. First, it was skating talk. Then, details of our adventures in the Nagano area. Besides going to Matsumoto Castle, we made other trips and visits in the area without KRISTI. One visit was to the house of Yu-chan's great uncle. He showed us his garden. He's a serious gardener. Now that he is retired, he spends hours in the garden. He grows everything. Strawberries, roses, even trees. Yu-chan's great uncle grows apple trees and maples. The Japanese love maple trees. Zenkoji Temple may be well known in Nagano and elsewhere in Japan. Yet there are other places for worship in Nagano. Yu-chan's great uncle took her to see his church. He belongs to a Christian church just like she does in America. We learned that very few Japanese, something like 3%, are Christian. Most Japanese belong to the Buddhist or Shinto faith. Yu-chan's great uncle is Episcopalian, like my grandparents. One of my favorite trips was to a nearby school. Students had invited us to play some traditional Japanese games. The best part was spinning tops. In Japan, children have played with wooden tops for generations. Apples grow all over the Nagano area. An apple farmer showed us his young apples, plus a store-bought apple to taste. The farmer had a surprise for us in his front yard. It was koi nobori, the carp windsocks flown on Children's Day. There were 3 carp, one for the farmer, one for his wife, and one for their children. Usually, carp are flown only for a family's boys. Yu-chan's mother said carp represent strength to Japanese. It has to do with the Chinese legend. Carp fought their way up the Yellow River to become dragons. In the wind, carp look like they're swimming against a current. It was almost time to go home. Thinking back on our time in Japan, there were so many fun times. School days, meals together, the kids, the parents, and the teachers. They were all so kind to us. KRISTI, too, has her fond memories. You would think we were satisfied with all we saw and did. we're already daydreaming about coming back. We want to see the cherry blossoms in the springtime. We've got to visit in winter, too. I guess the Nagano Olympics put that idea in our head. Ice skating and maybe some skiing. No matter what time of year it is, Yuchan and Eric want to visit Tokyo Disneyland. I'd like that too. We know, though, this trip to Japan is special. Seeing and enjoying Japan with other children makes all the difference. You see Japan with your heart. So, no matter when we return, nothing will ever beat a kid's eye view of Japan.